boost for Manchester City as to salvage something from their disappointing season. They have registered their Ballon d'Or winning midfielder Rodri in their Champions League squad for the knockout stages, raising hopes that he could return from his anterior cruciate ligament injury before the end of the season. Let's get more on this, shall we? And speak live to our reporter Sani Rajavajula. Hi there, Sani. Great to speak to you on this. It's a really interesting one, isn't it? I mean, it was feared that Rodri would be out for the whole season. So has this news come as a bit of a surprise?
I suppose for us it is a bit of a surprise, especially when you think the nature of his injury at cruciate knee ligament against Arsenal after only 3 games in the Premier League season. And yeah, what a blow it's been for City without him, drawing 5 games in the league, losing 7 in the Premier League. So news that he's listed is very positive, but his knee injury, he's not going to be recovering anytime soon, put it that way. I've spoken to the club on this as well. So they play Real Madrid in the next round, in this playoff round, and he won't be available for that in the first instance, but he was registered in the initial part of the squad, and therefore they've kept him in that squad. And it does raise hopes, though, that if Manchester City were to get to the latter stages, Rodri could make a comeback. He said he wants to come back as well, when we've heard from him in the past. So Rodri wants to get back, and at least that's a positive sign for City fans, that they want to get him back in the squad when he is ready to return.
And they need a positive sign, given what happens in their last Premier League game, that 5-1 defeat at Arsenal, and that performance. Do you think that's going to dominate matters as far as the news conference is concerned, Tanny?
Yeah, well, when you put it in the context of the games they've lost before this season, and you think they've turned the corner in the results they've had, when they put 6 past Ipswich Town, you're thinking, right, things are getting better again. Defeat against PSG, this one against Arsenal as well. So definitely it will be one that will be coming up in conversation. It's Leyton Orient next in the FA Cup, and that means, there's expectation that they're going to come back to winning ways. But the nature of that performance at Arsenal, having done so well initially and then to capitulate, and we talked about Rodri and the 74 games he had run where they were unbeaten with him in the side. Without him, they really have been struggling, and yet haven't quite managed to deal with that loss, really. But perhaps these new signings they brought in the transfer window, David, might just make the difference.
And speaking of their new signings in the transfer window, what about the last signing they made on deadline day itself? Nico Gonzalez joining Manchester City, ironically seen as a replacement for Rodri in some quarters, given what we were discussing before. Could Nico Gonzalez make his debut tomorrow against Leyton Orient?
Yeah, well, I have checked, and yes, he is definitely available. So we may well see the £60 million man, announced at 11 o'clock on deadline day. Bit of a surprise for City fans as far as how long it took for City to bring in a player like Gonzalez. Yet the easy answer here is that he could come straight in for Rodri and be that kind of replacement. He's 6'2". He likes to tackle, so he's got that element to his game. He's also technically quite a very good player as well. He came through at Barcelona before going to FC Porto and links to play well, actually chips in with quite a few goals and assists as well. So there is another conversation that he could actually be the natural heir to Ilkay Gundogan, but that is a little way off yet. And of course, Manchester City, looking ahead beyond Leyton Orient, have Real Madrid after that as well. So it's a really tough run of fixtures for them. And yeah, Nico Gonzalez surely is going to have a big part to play for Manchester City, and if you like, salvaging the season after what's not been the best campaign so far for them.
It lightly, that, Sani. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so we discussed there with Sani the notion that Manchester City have included Rodri in their Champions League squad for the knockout stage. Remember, it is home and away against Real Madrid in the playoff round, just to reach the last 16 for Pep Guardiola.